coaching juniors, technical problems always seem to crop up. You might have a player and you think, gee, he's looking good, he or she is looking good technically. They go away, play a few tournaments, and they come back with some crazy new technical problem that you're like, wow, where did that come from? I think through the journey, you're trying to progress and regress the whole time. So you have to go backwards sometimes, and you're always trying to clean technique up. Nick was a really quick learner, so that's part of why he became where he is, because he learns the game very quickly, and that's an X factor thing that I can't teach. He learns things quickly. So when we worked on technical things, he generally picked them up very quick. The only thing is with his forehand, the little twist he has in his forehand, it's not how I teach a forehand. The other players I teach to have really clean swings, but he developed this twist because he couldn't use his body as much to create power. So if you're not using your body, you have to use your hand more and your arm more to create the power. So he created this bit whippy swing. And then it's up to me to try. We tried to clean it up and make it less twisty and whippy. But at the end of the day, when you're changing technique, you have to weigh up, is it good now? And will it hold up in the future? So it could be really good but as a coach, that is not going to hold up on the Pro Tour. You have to make the change.
Welcome to Coachlife.com. My name is Peter Clark. I'm the founder. Thanks for visiting our site. I'm a former pro player. I got to 229 in the world. I spent 2 years traveling the world shooting content with the greatest coaches of all time. The junior coaches to players like Carlos Alcaraz, Novak Djokovic, Iga Swiatek, Taylor Fritz, Coco Gauff, Jack Draper, and many more. You'll find all these great coaches on the site. We have 34 of these coaches on the site. We add one new coach every month, and it's not just tennis coaches, it's tennis-specific experts in footwork. We have the world's leading tennis-specific footwork specialist, Dave Bailey. He spent the last 15 years developing the Bailey method. You can check out his profile and you'll have a fully downloadable program that you can follow, a daily structure where you can follow along these exact moves. We all know how important footwork is, but it doesn't stop at Dave. All of our coaches talk about footwork in some degree or capacity. It's the most important part of tennis. At that famous quote from Roger Federer, the best players are the best movers. We also have a full tennis-specific strength and conditioning program that you can follow each day from the world's leading strength and conditioning coach, Dean Hollingworth, who was the junior fitness coach of players like Alexis Galarneau, Jeannie Bouchard, who got to number 3 in the world. We also have a full tennis-specific sports psychology course from the world's leading tennis-specific sports psychologist, Anthony Ross. He was a former Wimbledon player and is a PhD in sports psychology, and he's worked with players like Ash Barty, former Wimbledon champion and 3-time Grand Slam champion. We also have a French neurovision specialist who's worked with players like Luis Boisson and Grigor Dimitrov. We have experts in nutrition, racket customization, different categories for transition, strategy, developing weapons, parents' advice. Really want you to have a look around the site. You might come onto different areas of the site like the forehand or serve, and you'll see that there's 28 videos on the serve. Let me tell you, all of them are different. They cover different aspects of the serve. The first serve, the second serve, pinpoint, platform, slice serve, kick serves, topspin serves, different common mistakes on the serve and how to fix them. Each different video is unique or different. It's the same on the forehand. I'm a big believer in situation-specific technique. It's always been my philosophy. You'll find on this site, most of the coaches believe the same thing. It's having a different technique for each different situation that arises on the court. So I hope you enjoy Coachlife.com. Feel free to reach out with any questions. You can always email me at pclark@coachlife.com and I'm happy to help.
The some shots you think, it's pretty good now, and this kid is very talented, he's going to find a way, and it's going to hold up, and Nick's forehand has held up. So I could have changed it and tried to reconstruct it and completely screwed it up. So that's the art of coaching, particularly through juniors. The art of coaching is when to intervene and when not to intervene. So with him, technically, it's the same thing on his serve. Biomechanically, through juniors, it was not correct. But it was a hell of a serve and it was developing into a real weapon. So again, if I'd tried to make it biomechanically perfect, I could have screwed up his rhythm and he may not have had a good serve as good as it is. So that's the art of coaching. It's quite difficult, and it takes experience and knowing when to change something and when to intervene and when not to. I really think what makes a good junior coach, you need to be really calm, really patient. You need a lot of perseverance, a good strong work ethic, because you need to go out on the court with your players every single day over multiple years in a row. You know, I coached Nick Kyrgios for 7 years. We did more than 10,000 hours on court with that player. I watched him play more than 500 matches in that period of time. So it's a long journey you have with your players. You need to build a good relationship with them as well. But also you need to be willing to learn as well. There's always something you can learn in tennis coaching. And I was lucky enough to have some really good mentors, some successful coaches around me. I'm always asking coaches questions. How do you do this? What's a great drill for this? How do you fix this technical problem? My player this mentally repeats his mistakes. So you need to put your ego aside and really continue to develop and learn as a coach. But also I try to make my players learn without me telling them too much what their weaknesses are and what they really need to improve. So I find it works much better if I can somehow secretly get them to come to me and say, my forehand is not good enough, my movement is not good enough, I need to work on these areas, rather than me always telling them, you've got, these are the 7 things, they're all crap, you need to work on these 7 things. It's better in juniors if you can get the player to understand what their strengths and weaknesses are, they become better players tactically. And then I've had players come to me and go, I really need to change my forehand grip, extreme Western grip. I'm like, I knew that a year ago or 2 years ago, but I'm really glad that the player has come to me and told me. Sometimes you have to intervene. If the player is not telling me the right things, then I have to intervene and tell them. But I would prefer the players came to me and said, these are my weaknesses, Todd. We need to work on these. And of course, the coach has already seen those, but that's why I'd rather make it happen than telling them explicitly what they need to do. So if you're always telling the player what they need to do and what their weaknesses are, then you're always judging them. So, and then they feel like they do after a while, and I made the mistake early as a coach, they feel like Todd's always criticizing me. He's always coming to me after the match with 5 things that I did wrong. So the less judging you can do, the better. It's much better if the players come to you and say, my forehand is awful, it's breaking down, it needs to improve. And then I can say, yeah, let's go. You're driving it, well, I'll help you fix these things. And then it's a much better relationship than me saying, we have to fix your forehand, let's go, we're going out on court, you have to change this, you have to change that. So it's better if the player comes to you, for sure.